Hello everyone, my name is Wari and I'm a breast cancer survivor. Well, I started this channel purely to give information about breast cancer awareness, and in this channel I will be detailing things related to breast cancer. Things like, how I found out that I had breast cancer, what were the signs and symptoms, what were the plans, what was the treatment like, and these, I hope, will make things much more easier for you if you're going through the same things that I did. So yes, this first episode from a series will be concentrating on how I found out that I had a lump inside my body. So, I had a baby boy in the year 2022 in the month of March, and immediately after giving birth to my child, I found out that I had a lump inside my right side of the breast. Now this I found out probably a week after I gave birth, and this lump felt like a very hard substance, like a rock kind of, and it's very hard for me to explain how the lump felt against my skin. So what I did was that I got this piece of cloth and I got a marble. Now the reason I'm showing a marble is because this was the size that I felt when I actually checked my breasts. So this is exactly how it felt against my skin. Now let's just imagine that this piece of cloth is skin and this is the lump. Now if you actually hold it against the skin and you kind of press against it, you will find that it is very, very hard. It does not move much to the right or to the left or to the upper or to the lower part, but it just kind of stuck there. Now when I did ask a lot of people what this is, a lot said that of course it might be hormonal changes or clogged milk duct. Now remember, this is something which happens a lot. Now in Khasi what we call it is thung. So this is exactly what a lot of people said. That is my local language of saying that this might be a clogged milk duct. So what they suggested is for me to massage it daily so that the breast milk also flows better, and these tissues or these things which are making it clogged will kind of disperse by itself. So every day I would rigorously in routine try to disperse these, but it just did not disappear. Now of course I did ask myself a lot of times, what is it, why is it still remaining the same? And mind you, over a span of weeks and months, it just did not change in size. Neither did it become bigger, neither did it become smaller. It was just constant. But due to the fact that I just had a baby, motherhood, where I had to wake up on time and in order to breastfeed my child, there was never a time over me thinking that I should be getting to have this examined. But in a span of 7 months, the thing which happened was more or less like a miracle, which is why I keep on saying that this is God's hand at work. At 7 months, my baby refused to be breastfed. Now, I kept on asking, why is it that he doesn't want to be breastfed anymore? Because generally, children only at the age of 2 years or 1.5 years would not want to get breastfed anymore. But in my case, he did not want to be breastfed at 7 months. So at 7 months, having that ideal time to some time for myself in a way, I told my husband that maybe I should get this examined. So after finding out that I had this lump inside my right side of the breast, I routinely did a self-breast examination because I did not have time to go to the doctor. So this is one of those steps how to find out that they have breast cancer, or rather how they can find out that there is a lump inside your breast. First, one has to stand in front of a mirror with your hands on your hips. Look for any change in the size, shape or contour of your breasts. Check for dimpling, puckering or redness of the skin. Now next, you raise your arms and look for the same changes. Then lie down and use the pads of your fingers to examine your breast in circular motion. starting from the outer edges towards the nipple. Pay attention to any lumps, thickening or changes in texture. Lastly, gently squeeze the nipple to check for any discharge. If you notice anything unusual or concerning, don't hesitate to consult a healthcare professional for further evaluation. Remember, early detection saves lives. So I want to re-emphasize on the importance of self-breast care. Why? Because it's because of the fact that I kept on doing these self-examination that I found out that there is something which was wrong inside my body, and therefore I had to get it checked. Now, coming back to the story, of course, it was bizarre because a certain situation happened which made me decide to go to the doctor and have it examined. And I kept on saying this is, God's hand at work, because had it not been for his intervention in a way, I would not have found out that I had cancer at a very early stage. And that is something which I will be discussing in length in the other videos. So my child at 7 months refused to get breastfed, refused to be breastfed. Now this was quite bizarre because children generally would refuse to be breastfed probably at a year and a half or 2 years, but my child at 7 months kind of like refused to be fed. Now this gave me the time to actually think that I do have the time to go to the doctor to have it examined. So I guess I went with a very casual attitude, thinking that this is going to be a routine checkup. I honestly thought that I'll go to the doctor and maybe she will prescribe some medicines in order to disperse this clogged milk duct. Mind you, at that point of time, I still thought it was a clogged milk duct which refused to be dispersed, which refused to, kind of like disperse by itself eventually over the months. And yeah, this little checkup actually changed my life. That is why I stand here as a breast cancer survivor. I advocate for checkups. I advocate for timely routine checkups so that this can change your life. So my experience has taught me that one should listen to their body. One should go and have themselves checked if they do find that there's something wrong, that there's something different, and also how to make sure that you take care of yourself at the right time. So if my story resonates with you, if you feel that there's something that needs to be checked, if you feel that there's something different that is happening to your body, prioritize your health, prioritize on having yourself checked, and therefore this early intervention might save your life. So thank you. Yes, in the next few episodes, I'll be talking in detail about how I found out that I had cancer. What were the tests that I actually went through? So please like, share and subscribe, and do share this with anybody who you think might need this sort of help. Together, we can empower each other to live healthier and happier lives.